just had a dynamic run there. Dynamic. I feel good. Well, I see myself and I hear myself. That means we are locked in and live, ready and recording. So I welcome everybody back in. This is the live stream Let's Play of MLB The Show 16, as we continue to follow this road to the show career of one Casey Braxton, MVP winner, Cy Young winner, All-Star, Silver Slugger, and now World Series champion. And we got a curveball. So we got the cutter, the 12-6, the sweeper, and then regular, normal curveball. Hey, thanks to Stream Elements. Although the banner of the game in which I'm playing doesn't apparently seem to be showing. So, well, anyway, once we last left you, we won the frickin' World Series. Now, it is a little different as a starting pitcher, because I wasn't in that game. I wasn't in any of those closeout games. I mean, let's see, Washington, I don't think, they didn't give me Game 5. Oh, by the way, swig of coffee for the gamer guys and girls out there. It's actually a little gift from one of my old bosses in radio. We used to run the Marlins games. It's a big Yeti thermos. This thing really is good for keeping temperature, hot or cold. And that's the old Marlins logo, but it's kind of like a really industrial kind of a sticker. It's just plopped on there, so... Cheers to Jerry. Those were fun times. I was really enjoying baseball. I still do. I'm just not in there. I'm not running the games. I wasn't the play-by-play guy. Wasn't the color guy. I was back at the studio doing those things. But I mean, yeah, you know, Hall of Famer Dave Van Horn. We had Glenn Geffner, Kyle Seeloff. That was the crew I knew. That's the radio crew. All good, though. Good people. Actually good. I remember I went to a Marlins-Braves game. It had to be 2019. I'd have to look at the time frame, but it was funny because Dave and Glenn, they were... Normally, of course, you know, all your broadcasters, radio-wise, they're behind home plate, you know, up in the press boxes and stuff like that. This time they were out like dead center field in Marlins Park. You know what? Let me try to explain that a little better. Play now, sure. Whatever. Current rosters. I'll show you exactly where they were. Yeah, home. So not like where the statue. What the heck? Let's make it fast play. Jose Fernandez. Yeah, we're going back a bit. Matt Harvey. Talk about going back a bit. Anyway. Yeah, no big deal. Just to show you what the layout was that day. Because I'd never met Dave Van Horn. I mean, always, you know, talk to him down the line. Like, hey, you know, we got, whatever, 15 seconds coming back from break, or I need a legal ID here at the top of the hour. Stuff like, you know, you just kind of jibba-jabba with them. Never been to a roof-open Marlins Park game. It's always closed. Oh, you want me to throw the two-seamer down there? I'm going to do that. Okay, now give me a replay. And, yeah, because normally in the press boxes, like the guys are, of course, you know, up there somewhere. I don't even think they're in those corner sections, but they are up in that set so they can look down and... We'll just kind of get a good feel. Oh, drive out to, you know, right field, right center field, blah, blah, blah. That looked like a ball instead of a strike, etc. But when I actually went the last time, and up here, this is actually the Budweiser bar where it says MLB The Show. I'd gotten tickets there above the Marlins dugout, a couple times there. I think I saw the Red Sox in David Ortiz's final season somewhere here down the third base line. Probably not in the front line, but maybe the next tier up. Well, was I ever first base side? I don't think so. I mean, way out here in right field by the visitor dugout. I had tickets to a game there, but generally it's... Oh, and where was that one spot? Is that even visible? My girl and I went and just, like, wandered, you know, like, way up. No one goes in the upper ring. Are you kidding me? It's so empty. Man, I'd have to look for it. But I know it was somewhere way up in the right field seats. Oh, well, anyway. That same day, wandering the stadium with my girl, just kind of, you know, walking around and everything, checking all the little food shops and the little bobblehead museum they got. But if they weren't at the bar, but they were somewhere, maybe just right up where those people are, right above the 418. I think they had the broadcast center, like, there. And the problem with that is, it's the first time I met Dave Van Horn. All those years, you know, being involved with the games, I'd never met him, like, face-to-face. I see Glenn, and actually Anton was the engineer. Shout out to that whole crew, because I forgot to mention him. But as the radio crew was there, now picture that if you're calling the game, and you're trying to, you know, number one, that's a long distance to see it, and as you're doing it on the scorecard, so to speak, well, okay, I bet Granderson, he is a left-handed batter, okay, and he is on the left side, but if you're looking at your score sheet, everything is going to be reversed. Well, he's a lefty, he should be, like, here on the, actually, that's a lefty hitter, I'm sorry. But, like, if it's a strike inside, it's going to be mirrored on your sheet. So they're like, dude, it's been a fun day, but it's been a long one, you know. It's like, that's a good young Braves team that they're playing, and then the Marlins are in that groove of, I think, making a good bounce back. Give it time, and I think they're going to be a really favorable team in the long run. But, anyway, that's my little story. But yeah, they were somewhere there. That home run sculpture is gone now, thankfully. Yeah, what the club is that? Where's the Clevelander club? Because there's like a club. Well, it's got probably in the Marlins bullpen or near it. Right, because if that's the bullpen, then the club is here. Yeah, there you can see there's a pool. I mean, it's South Florida, so they got, like, you know, some hot dancers, maybe of the, well, you know, of the take clothes off style. Whatever, nothing wrong with that. And if they're not and I'm wrong, then they're not and I'm wrong. Simple. Anyway, back to the show. We got to do some spring training here. Get that rocking and rolling. Anyway, yeah, we're starting up spring training. We bought our curveball. And since we are, it is spring training, so pitching is beginner, batting is beginner. We're doing that. Let's do this. Opening day. Now hold on. If we on the road. Oh, that's right. They're gonna. You know what? Just the standard stuff, I suppose. I know it's spring training, and that looks good. That looks good to me. Another swig of coffee. This is good and cold too. I had this in the fridge. Actually, I brewed up this coffee that's in there. I brewed that up a couple days ago. That's the that was gifted coffee my girl gave me. And it's a dark roast, and that's kind of got a more, almost tastes burnt. It's a heavier flavor.
Leading off for the Brewers.
Oh, no, they're wearing their, like, blue, not their home whites. So we got the dropper here on the 12.
Yeah!
Yeah. And spring training has begun. Actually, even here in real base, here we are, spring training 2021. Spring training here in real life 2021 hasn't started yet. These really don't count, but whatever. 21 points. Okay. Yeah, 21 gets 42 in big games. Gotcha.
0-1.
But pitchers and catchers reported the other day. If today is Friday, February 19th, 2021, pitchers and catchers recorded the training camp a couple days ago. Might have been Wednesday.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Let's lay off this cutter. Show me everything else. Ho! And we get him too.
Batting third. First baseman.
Well, I mean, if it is locked in, keep going with it. It's beginner difficulty. Like, I just want the easy training and development points so I can get some points preloaded before the year starts. Look at the benderoo on that sweep. I like it when it has more of that horizontal movement. I want to show off that curveball. It's like now that... Oh, that's you? Okay, that's you. Get that thing. I'm not doing it. Well, I'll be the number 2 batter. I didn't even notice we have a 2-0 lead. Music in the background, don't mind that.
Pitcher, Casey Braxton.
But spring training, and I was just looking, whatever, this little, on Instagram, it's like baseball quotes or something like that. There's a solid shot. Is that more distance than I need? Right to him, never mind. Had a good direction. Too much air on it.
Leading off for the Brewers. Right fielder,
Uh-oh.
Marcel.
You got that?
Oh,
Oh, you
sure.
got the here. Oh, no. Jump in the dugout. Come on. Are there rules against that? I mean, Derek Jeter, like, jumped into the stands. Guys rob home runs by climbing that wall. Oh, boy. Curveball. Hey, look at that. It's okay. It kind of looks like the sweeper. At that angle.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Colton.
Actually, I'll show that off the next run here. Next inning. I mean, we know this cutter. It has pretty much the same trajectory the entire time. Every time the cutter, it's that same angle. If it varies or wavers, it's not by much. Next inning.
Batting sixth,
Let's get through the lineup.
center fielder, Sean Stacy.
0-1's the count.
See, and a little bit of comeback movement with the 12-6. So not quite a screwball, but... See, the thing is, it hangs and then it drops. It's like, you know it's going somewhere. Yeah, see, we've seen the sweeper have this angle to it. But because it has just enough breakaway, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? What can you do sometimes? Hmm? Okay, so let's just look. This is just going to be whatever, but the cutter, same angle pretty much the entire time. I was going to keep showing that. It's same kind of thing. Of course, that 12-6, now it's got some comeback movement. It's more of a drop. Straight drop. I like that. That's cool. It has the comeback. Has the comeback. Oh, almost a little bit of drop in. That's kind of cool. But it's more of a vertical drop than anything, right?
Time is out.
Now the sweeper, that's a decent little angle. You can see if I don't move it anywhere, it's just outside of the little white elbow. Down in the corner. It's on the upper part of the elbow. Okay. Check it again. Oh, it's about the same spot. Now it's raised up a little more. More of that horizontal break. Well, that one's going straight down into the elbow of that corner without moving it. So you see the movement there. That's all good. Straight down into the elbow. Cool. Cool. I do like more of that horizontal break to it, though. But whatever, that's just me. But now that regular curveball. That's the regular curveball. Straight drop. I didn't think it would have that good of a drop. See, down a little bit of an angle. Yeah, see, this thing is going to complement the 12 and the sweeper, like, I think pretty good. Because, look, we've seen the sweeper have that angle.
I'm out.
And we've seen the 12-6. It's just going to break off just a little bit. Perfect down in the corner. Just to show this thing off. Straight drop.
Time is out. We got time.
But kind of like down-in drop. It's not comeback. It's normal break drop.
Hang on.
This is going to be interesting. It's not such a variant, but I think it's definitely going to cause problems. Because which one is it? If it's looking to drop straight down, could be the 12, but then again, it could hang enough and be the sweeper that cuts across. Oh, there goes the perfecto.
Batting eighth, catcher, Joaquin Rocha.
All that time out to show off my pitches. I just think for the repertoire, it complements everything else. Like, the cutter is the only standalone pitch. Now, don't get me wrong, the 12er and the sweeper are not related at all. One is more horizontal.
Pitcher, Jorge Lopez.
George Lopez.
He's safe.
Anyway, one pitch out, doesn't matter right now.
Now batting,
Not
left
worried.
fielder, Angelo Velasno.
Yeah, that straight drop. Oh, look at this. A little bit of a diagonal. It's kind of sweeper, but it doesn't sweep as much. I mean, even, sure, I don't have the break maxed out. It's like, what, like 65 right now, which is decent, but if everything else is like break of 90 with maximum control, I say everything else. The cut, the drop, and the sweep. Woo! Excuse me.
Now batting, pitcher, Casey Braxton.
Just a little downward. And thinking back to that World Series champion, I got to keep telling myself. I got to keep telling myself. Uh-oh. Hey, good laser shot. Oh, I can't make it. He gonna. We'll do 5, that's cool. Anyway.
Now batting, right fielder.
See, I don't even care about this. Like, I don't need to be on the base path.
He's safe.
I don't need to be on the base path. Should just try to steal anyway. Sidestep.
Got him.
-3, so maybe I should stop doing that. It was a good jump, just got caught stealing. Whatever. Clevenger with 4 ribbies. Clevenger.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First,
Like, I know that name. I thought he was a pitcher. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. Pretty good. And yeah, just 100, whatever. Okay, but caught stealing is -3. I should not be doing that then. Okay, okay. Play that next appearance. Tyler Matzik is now gone. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I thought he had the face. There, it's Jesse Hahn, excuse me. Play next appearance. Let's do this. Come on, chop chop, let's go. Swig of coffee. DJ LeMahieu is an angel. Socrates Brito. Mike Moustakas. Not seeing your all-star center fielder Mike Trout there. That's different. It's another thing, too, because I'm going to be playing such a long career here as a starting pitcher. Guys like that, I mean, well, Bryce Harper, he left.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs.
Oh, I'm ready.
Number 85, Casey Braxton.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see whether it's trades or just free agency.
Nope.
Really?
Catcher, Omar Gutierrez.
Anyway. Oh, did he hit that thing foul? And see, that regular curveball, the thing about it, that sweeper has, I don't know, maybe it's just in my brain, but that sweeper seems to hang up a little bit longer.
The batter,
I don't know.
left fielder, Todd.
Their trajectories, they're more similarly related, I think, than the 12-6. Because I think the curveball, the regular curve, is just going to be,
Now batting, the first baseman.
it's going to have more of that, that breakaway than the drop, I would imagine.
0-1.
Look at that movement, though.
Hey, 2.
It wasn't even on point.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Now, spring training usually takes about 2 hours, if I remember right. And I mean, sure, I'll be maybe checking, like, oh, what ability do I put up and all these things. Don't quite know. Hayward Rizzo Bryant, 1 inning. And they end me there. It's okay. Yeah, see, 49 points. Again, that's why I just put it on rookie. And let's just try to destroy. Destroy. Get the next one going. CJ Cron, Tom Diaz. JT Realmuto is a red, unless he was and I forgot. Because remember, in this game, He starts off as a Marlin. In real life, he's gone to the Phillies. I think he just did a big deal as well here in the real-life off-season. Kind of forgot, but that's okay.
Your attention, please.
Woo!
Now
I don't
pitching
need
for
no
the
warm-up.
Cubs, number
I like that
85,
spring training uni, I'm telling you.
Braxton.
And yeah, you know, I'm doing one-year deals with the Cubs. Might stay that way for a while. The rest of my career might be just one-year deals. I don't know. I mean, I would kind of like to get like one of those big, and it doesn't matter, $31 million a year. Like, it will balance out to be that, and I think that's the maximum. Like this game, I don't think adjusts inflation or anything like that. So that's probably going to be every contract I get will be 31 or will average to be $31 million per year. So mathematize that if you will. Anyway. Pitchers and catchers are reported. I think spring training starts, if today's the 19th, I thought it starts, end of the month or early March. And then the regular season starts Thursday, April 1st. No joke. Opening day, I'm a big fan. If I'm still floating around with the jobs I'm doing right now, I'm going to tell them, like, I need that day off. I enjoy me some baseball. Get the MLB TV app or whatever it is, and, you know, 2 TVs, a laptop, and my cell phone. I'll have it all locked in. Are you kidding? I'm not even joking about that. But I think ESPN has a full run. I think they got 4 games that day that they're... I want to say Yankees are probably in that first game. 9 pitches, all strikes, 3 strikeouts. Fire Emblem, 3 houses. The Edge of Dawn. If you hear singing in the background. Chris Tillman, he came from Baltimore. AJ Pollock. Lamb. John Ruth, no relation to Babe. I don't think. Archie Bradley. And yeah, I'm still, you know, now that I got the World Series, like, am I so amped up to leave the Cubs? Not like amped up to leave, but it's like, as the players get older, you know, we know that Rizzo and Hayward are here for a while. Rondon, a couple seasons as well. But the big contracts, I mean, where does Brian go when his arbitration is up? You know, because I think we looked at that. I think Russell is still here, I think Baez is still here. Tommy Listella's gone. So, I mean, I like that. I like that. Nothing against Tommy Listella, but, you know, when you're a C grade, like, potential, it's like we should have had Baez in the whole time, but, you know, whatever. I'm not the skipper. I'm not the GM. I don't know how that works. I'm just a player. I go out there and I pitch. I'm just an MVP. You know, what do I know? But, no, we got Baez and Russell up the middle. That is just a sexy little combo. Offensively and defensively. You want me to get this one? I'll get this thing. Haha. One pitch. Helping myself, helping my own cause. Oh. Ain't no worry. Rizzo with 5 RBI. Good day. Oh, we ended up winning. We were down 5-4. Whew. Come back and win the thing. Excuse me. Yep, spring training. Always one episode. And again, it's just one of those things like, is this a useful episode? I don't know. I'm just showing it off here. Oh, really, Kershaw? Kershaw has 3 hits and 4 RBIs against me on 6 at-bats. Or 6 innings. Well, yeah, 6. I mean, well, he had one in the playoffs. You're telling me that Clayton Kershaw has hit me that well? Who are those other guys?
Leading off the afternoon for the Dodgers, center fielder, James.
I mean, if all their guys are gone, Jock Peterson, Seager. I mean, if the Dodgers are nothing... Hey, that's lazy. Well, you're not number... I don't think that was Bryant. I mean, David... Oh, gee. Wasn't David who the guy that just kept blasting me? Didn't he get, like, 3 or 4 home runs in that NLCS against me alone? I had a relatively horrible playoff. I'm not gonna lie.
Nope, that's down.
But it's like, honestly, like, I've done everything except get a gold glove now. I was Rookie of the Year. Okay, so they still have Seager. But I was Rookie of the Year. I've won, and I will keep winning Silver Sluggers, Cy Youngs, MVPs, All-Star Game starters, you know. Sure, All-Star Game MVP, I guess I could do that. We've won a World Series. I've won a World Series. World Series MVP would be great, but that would probably mean a rough go, and I would have to start 2 games and be just absolutely dynamic. Explosiva! It's not pitching well. And against the Dodgers, I can't be doing that. But he's there for the catch, that's fun. It's not exactly Chavez Ravine out there, but it looks nice. Yeah, but, well, right now, like, for reference,
Leading off for the Dodgers,
February 19th here, 2021, the entire country is, like, in a snowstorm and an ice storm right now. I don't know what the memes are all about, but Ted Cruz, like, I don't know, was going to go to Texas, but then he went to Cancun or something like that. I don't know what the deal is. But, like, people in Texas, like, it's not good. They're not prepared for that kind of stuff. Burst water pipes because they're, you know, the water in the pipes is freezing, so, you know, they're like on rolling blackouts where if you need to heat your house, like, we're turning on the power in this county for, like, 3 hours, and then we're turning it off for 3 hours. Or, like, in this neighborhood, whatever. Like, it sounds really bizarre. Like, but the entire country's in like a frozen shock right now. This is the break I love on that sweeper. A lot of that horizontal stuff. If I could get a slider to go that slow and break that well. Oof.
0-2.
Because, I mean, a slider could benefit the cutter. Anyway. So the entire country is, like, frozen solid right now and just not really good. Unseasonably cold. Pablo, huh?
leading off for the Dodgers.
Well, that's a good guy to have that I don't want to deal with, especially in the playoffs. But, I mean, the fact that he's still playing here in 2021, I don't think he is in real life. And if he is, boy, it's been limited.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He was great in Frisco. He went to Boston and just ate that contract.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
I think he went back to Frisco, though, did he not? He actually kind of somewhat redeemed his career. Decent. I mean, he was clearly not what he was in those dynasty years of the Giants. And, like, I still have those teams that I have in mind of, like, where would I want to go outside of Wrigley? Because, honestly, I won a World Series with the Cubs, like, hey, helping break the curse, the whole thing. You know, if you think about it, like, because it hadn't happened yet. You know, Cubs beating Cleveland. That didn't happen when this game was made. It was the very next year. But anyway, so break the curse, it's Wrigley. And Wrigley's not a good pitcher's park. Picture me going to a better pitcher's ballpark. How much better are my numbers potentially going to look? I just wonder about that. Like, I'm already a Cy Young winner and an MVP, all that stuff. Like, how crazy is that going to get? Like, woof.
Batting ninth.
Woo!
Catcher, Casey Braxton.
Probably wants the pitches down, I would imagine. Get a double play. Didn't I tell you? And that long, that arm stretch, that reach up that he does, like, come on, just get the game going. But pitching, it's messing up the hitter's timing. Man. I got time to check my email by the time this guy gets done. My Yahoo and my Gmail account. Huh. By the time this guy gets settled into what he's doing. What a blasteroo. Hey, you can go third. Go 3. Go 3. Go 3. There you go. Oh, I didn't even realize, yeah, we're both wearing the blue shirts. Corners, What do you do with runners on the corners, only one out? You got to get that double play. You've got to. You've got to. Woo! Hey. It's been 30 minutes, but I showed off the whole Marlins Park thing and where the guys were broadcasting that day.
No, he's in there.
I do have a picture of, like, whatever seats I was in. Because we just wandered the stadium and, like, no one's in that upper ring at Marlins Park ever. Ever. But, anyway. Just throw, get the batter.
1-1.
So he's tried, what, 2 pickoffs, and he's thrown 2 to him. I should just not even take my step. Because if he's going to lead the long upper arm stretch...
Ball 2. Count 2-1.
Imagine me as a position player. Oof. Now, check me if I'm wrong, but I believe... No. On PS3... Oh, really? On the show 13 on the PS3, McCutcheon on the cover. All of a sudden, it's sunny now. Anyway, but in that game, your defensive, what am I trying to say here? Your defensive opportunities, if you selected all, you might be out there for every single pitch of the game. If I don't think this game does that, and picture yourself as a catcher. Picture yourself as a catcher, not pitcher. Yourself as a catcher. Anyway, if you're a catcher and you got a call, hey, put the fastball here, put the curveball here. Every pitch, right? That your guys have to do.
No, he's safe.
That would be something wild to do a career like that. But see, even when you, like, even in this game, or every incantation afterwards, I don't think, defensive, appearances, or whatever it's called, even when you select all, I don't think it goes that extreme with it. But honestly, the worst thing about being a position player would be this on the base path. I mean, because if I'm going to be a speedster, center fielder, left fielder, something like that, yeah, I'd want to be, getting some stolen bases and, like, manufacturing runs that way.
I got to count 1 and 2.
But otherwise, like, as a power hitter, okay, fine, but what's my defensive position? I'd rather be a DH in the American League, but you can't really select that as a position or anything like it. So, I don't know, do you just go first base and, like, have your fielding and your reaction speed, like, way down? It's like, well, he's a really good bat, put him at DH. I don't even know if you can suggest that, or, like, oh, we'll put you at the hot corner on third, Brooks Robinson. Like, no, that's not even smart. That's not smart at all. Well, I can run no matter... Oh, no. Sorry, he needs one more ball. This is eating up time. But I don't want that -3 for caught stealing. Yeah, see, you whiff, you fool.
Your attention, please.
Oh, and then they're going to do that to me anyway, so... Okay, all that for next to nothing. Really, they give it to Kershaw. Didn't strike me out. 3 innings, 3 strikeouts. The only reason is because they won. 7-2. Boy, they piled it on late, huh? I didn't get no loss. I had 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. Including the entire second inning. Huh. Whew, jeez. Huh. Well, now we're into another week. Let's just get a quick save here, just in case something happens, power goes out, etc. That has happened before. But I don't remember. I remember one time specifically. I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. And there was a power blip. And I remember where I was, what area of the map. It was an Afghanistan map area. You know, like where you fight, like the Killer Bees mission? There's 2 ways to get into that base. And it's got all, like, those cave, like the like ant farm type caves and all that stuff. There's 2 ways to get into that big area. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, those who know what I'm talking about. But I remember I was walking in, sneaking in one way,
0-1.
and like, bloop, that is the wrong curveball. I apologize. I'm going to call...
Got time.
Okay, good. I was going to call that curveball anyway. The regular curve.
I got the count.
See, that one
0-2.
tends... I don't know. The regular curve, and here's the dropper. Yeah, they look about the same to me. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Now batting, the pitcher, Corey Kluber.
Didn't Kluber, he's
one's
with
the
the
count.
Rangers. Or went to the Rangers, at least. Oh, no, wait.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Check me if I'm wrong. Did he go to the Yankees in real life? Because I want to say for a cup of coffee, at least, he did go to the Texas Rangers.
Center fielder number 35, Abraham Almonte.
0-1. Hey!
Hey. Woo. Yeah, I also saw something on just another little
For the Cubs,
Instagram page that I follow.
Casey Braxton.
I think it's called Thank You Baseball. Well, no, it's not that. It was just another one I think was just kind of in the mix. And they said when the Dodgers first moved to LA, they were playing baseball in the Coliseum. You know, the USC Coliseum, right? And it was like the, you know, the third baseline, like, was incredibly short. But because it's a football field, center field was like the polo grounds where it just stretched forever. But the third base, you know, home run wall was like incredibly short. 9 pitches struck out. That's an immaculate inning right there. Come on. I know it's spring training. I don't care. I don't care. I got my curveball. Play the next one. Woo! Digging it. Get some coffee going. Got to work later today. I'm going to get a good DDP yoga workout blasted in as soon as I'm done here. Should have done the workout before. That's okay. I know what I'm doing. Kyle Seager. Wait.
Your attention,
Puig.
please.
So Puig is a
Now
Mariner.
pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 85, Casey.
Or the Mariners. That's, you almost feel sorry for a team like that, like, because they have history. And sure, that history is basically Ken Griffey Jr. and Randy Johnson. So close. That one snuck up on me. You probably see my face starting to... Anyway, what then King Felix and Ichiro? Yes, there's been other pieces to Seattle. But whereas that's an organization like they've had star talent, but never even made it to a World Series.
Yasiel Puig.
Yeah!
But meanwhile, like back in the day, the Sonics win the NBA championship. I want to say in the late 70s. The Seahawks win a Super Bowl. No, and now they're getting the isn't it the Seattle Kraken? Is that new NHL team for next year, next season?
First baseman, number 10.
Unleash the Kraken.
Jesus Montero.
Ugh. Sorry, I'm just one little sneeze and all of a sudden like sinusy.
I got the count 0-2.
Like if I have a bad sneezing fit, I'm going straight to that 24-hour non-drowsy Claritin. Oh, boy, is that stuff just marvelous. I mean that. I applaud them. That's how good they are. And I gotta have that non-drowsy stuff, because like certain times a year, man, my allergies will just show up and just, it's not quite crippling. They're just sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. Oh my god, he's got corona. No. It is not corona. If I had corona, trust me, you'd know, because I wouldn't be around. If I felt that I had something bad going on with me, I'd quarantine myself so bad, I'd be trying to do as much as I could with my business, locking in appointments and get all that stuff done. Otherwise, stop simulating. Oh, no. Let's save. I know it's simulated game training and that's not so difficult, but I still want the target practice. An easy 400 points, you know? I'm gonna take that route. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Cancel, go back. Oh, it's reloaded the file. I'm yawning with my mouth just wide open, agape like a cash register. Nope, not simulated game. I'm not doing that one. It's okay. A little bit of a... You know what it is, too? We did have some rain earlier this week. Not simulated game. I'm not doing that. Tell you once, I'm going to tell you again. If it's just a digital coin flip, I mean, come on. That's all it does is simulated game. I know it'll switch. It's just going to take a couple of reps. A couple of reload the file type things. Ugh. I will get this. It's RNG, bro. It doesn't want you to win, bro. Pitch command! Told you, show up. I told you. I'll drink to that. I want to say that was a good organic coffee as well. Just yeah, I'm more of a medium roast, kind of, well, Dunkin' Donuts. I can't even lie about it. I'm a Dunkin' guy all the way. Just the medium roast, whatever you want to call it, the house blend, the regular brew. Nothing overdone. My mom really loves that, you know, the French roast. That really, like, it tastes like you're drinking smoke. She really likes that. I mean, and, you know, I get how that's kind of like, ah, yes. I get how that's kind of a thing, but something with that Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I swear, is it just me? Or does it almost taste like there's, like, donut batter taste in those coffee grounds? Oh, look at that cute little purple bullseye. And if we had one more pitch to have a 5-pitch repertoire, it would be, I think it's the R1 button. And it should be a black or a gray cursor. I mean, it is cute. Like, the target, the bullseye there, like, it is color coordinated. Like, the X button is that blue color. Well, sorry, the X on the button is that color. It's more of a lavender, is it not? What is this music going on here? The staff roll for Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. And those games have some good music from everything that I hear. Boy, 2016 in Rio. The Olympics? Wasn't that when, like, Brazil got murdered in, like, the gold medal game or whatever? I don't think it was the World Cup. No, I want to say it was Rio. 2016. You know, when this game came out. When this MLB The Show. Oh, yeah. Boop. Just hitting some bullseyes. Don't mind me. Well, then where did Mike Trout end up? If he wasn't on the Angels, unless they gave him that day off, but that wouldn't make sense. Just give me my 400 points. Like, it was a foregone conclusion. But again, I wish the points would just keep tallying up and up and up. Every how many 100 points, you get another... Every 100 points or whatever, every... So what is it? 4, 8, and 12. Every 400 target points, you get 100 training points. Because I would have had a lot there. Anyway. Oh, there's Chris Sale. Okay. Kind of want to look to see where Trout ended up, huh? Am I the only one thinking that? Haha! Joey Votto at 37 is still there. Bless your heart. Well, I know he's going to be a center fielder, so... McCutcheon at 94 overall, still at 34 years old. Richard Pollock, Kiermaier, Jones. Mike Trout is a San Diego Padre, so he just went a little further south. There you go. Whee! It's a good kid to have. Mookie Betts went to Baltimore. Uh-oh. Well, then, strangely enough, I just want to see... what I guess MLB roster would be the thing to look for. So what happens to the Dodgers, I'm wondering. Kenley Jansen, okay, a closer, but that's no big deal. Corey Seager's still a beast. Kershaw, Mark Canhas, where did he come from? Oakland, yeah, Oakland, gotcha. Dozier's good, Yan Gomes, Seagrist, Moore. I mean, they're still really good. Although Puig is gone. Oh, I just mentioned him earlier. Seager's still there. Who's the other? Jock Peterson's gone. I mean, they're still really good. Look at all those guys, 90s and 80s overall. I mean, that's one thing to look out for. I mean, at 90, is Rizzo and Bryant and Hayward. Third baseman. So we have two third basemen doing really good. But it's third, or he could play the outfield. Third or second. Russell, okay, 16 million. Rondon still hanging around. Baez, alright, we need Baez to just blow up. 28 years old, 83 overall. I think he was like 79. We need him to blow up. Schwarber can play catcher. Oof. I mean, look at this. Baez has not played the past couple of years. Okay, maybe he has, but not in if he just did 92 games, batting 250. I mean, Schwarber's in there 100-plus games. Dude, if he could ever bat 286... Well, he's gone from the Cubs now, I don't care, but... Anyway. Oh, and here comes Mike Trout and the Padres. There you go. Wonder how good that's going to help them. Because that's a big piece, yo. Mike Trout, that is a big piece. Whew. Whew. And, like, that's kind of the thing I was mentioning earlier. Seattle had Griffey. You had Randy Johnson for a decent amount of time. You had Ichiro after the Griffey years.
Leading off the afternoon for
That's a
San
clean
Diego.
look for the Padres. I like that. Just that white and that blue. Because, man, that ugly mustard yellow and that spicy mustard brown, like, it's ugly, but it's kind of cool now because they're winning while they wear that stuff. If you're a dumpster fire and you're wearing that, like, it's totally different. It's completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Marlins. That's a great look, and sure, that's like the Miami Heat, the Miami Vice look. And it looks good for the Heat. I mean, you go to the finals, you have a really good team still. Jimmy Butler's a little banged up right now, but I still think they're going to be very formidable and still something to look out for in the playoffs. But, you know, the Marlins, it's like, that's a dope look, even though you're a bad team. Whereas, like, you go back, and whatever, different sport, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that orange, that creamsicle, right? That creamy orange. Like, if you win, like, that's kind of a cool look. But when you're losing, when you're 3-13, it's like, just it's ugly. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Mike freaking Trout, huh? All right. I know this is spring training. But I mean, we're gonna play the Padres plenty. Well, you know, Central versus West. They are in the National League, so we're going to play them. So I'd like to bring my curveball to Petco, and I would like to do that in regular season games, if not the playoffs, to him. Will Myers, this is another guy, very just quietly good. I don't know who I would compare Will Myers to nowadays or historically. Maybe Will Clark is a stretch. I'd have to look at the numbers. I liked Will Clark with the Giants. Will Clark and Kevin Mitchell, those were the guys. I actually had a Will Clark, remember those action figures, the starting lineup? I had a Will Clark Giants starting lineup figurine.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, Will Myers, come from Tampa Bay, I think. Well, got his comeuppance with them. Might have had a year or so with somebody else, but really made a name for himself with Tampa.
Inside.
But, I mean, dude, you go from Tampa to San Diego. I think you did pretty well in life. I mean, I think you got the Sure, you're playing in a dome in one spot, but it's Tampa. It's going to be nice weather. Just, you know,
Second baseman,
your life.
Pedro Figueroa.
Okay, let's just have fun with that.
He's safe.
That shifting camera again.
Batting 7.
He's safe. I beg to
Right fielder,
differ.
Jeremy Barber.
Oh.
No balls. 2
That
strikes.
is just a clean uniform look there, San Diego. Too bad I'm not thinking about going there. But that is clean, that kind of that navy blue with like maybe a white and a silver, a gray and a silver. Just looks clean.
Batting 9. Pitcher Casey Braxton.
Oh, that looks like a no-doubter. We'll watch it. And they're off the sign. That's fun.
Leading out for the Padres,
2-run shot.
Austin.
Oh, it was so nice, though. Kershaw. I got to hit that home run off of him. And that no doubt eat it. I kind of went half angry on that one. But and I needed that. Like, I think we were losing. I let by 5 runs. We needed every bit that I did. And we won, I think, like 9-5. I think we were down 5-4 with that, or even after that.
0-1.
Just, man, it's just tough. Like, I get shelled in the
I got to
postseason.
count 0-2.
I mean, I remember Washington, first guy, solo home run. I think it happened in the second game I played against Washington. I think, did I play 2 in Washington? I don't think so. I don't know.
0-1's the
But man,
count.
like, he hit a home run off of me. I think what the guy who for the Dodgers hit multiple. He had 2 solos in one game, and then he did one the second game I played in the LCS, the game I lost. And then even World Series against Boston, I think 1 or 2 home runs. It's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Casey Braxton.
Well, let's hit a 3-run homer now, huh? Put that thing up and see what happens, huh? Up and in. Uh-oh. Oh! I think he would have had him without the relay. Oh, well. Amarista, Trout, and Myers. Hey, give me some of these good guys again.
Leading out for the Padres,
Alexi
shortstop,
Amarista.
Alexi Amarista.
And it's kind of weird, like, I feel like I've completed everything I needed to do. Now it's just stat compiling and making money on contracts. Like, that's the thing that I have to do now with the mighty Casey Braxton.
The center fielder, number 27.
But again, like, win more World Series, obviously. A World Series MVP would be great. Depending on the team, you know. And it's weird, too, because as the Dodgers are kind of breaking up, I didn't notice that Puig was gone, unless I just totally missed that from seasons prior. Really, sweepers in there. But now that Jock Peterson's gone as well, I don't know where he went, unless he might be injured and just, that's a shot. But not far enough. I'll say beginner difficulty, this should never happen. I was about to start crying and get bitter. It'll be okay, though. But as these great teams and players, like, break apart and break away, like, how good are the Angels going to be without Trout? You know what I mean? 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. That's good. That's 2 a pop. Only 1 in the 4th. Oh, terrible. 200 points. That's good. Well, we're into a new week, so after this setting here, get a save going. Kind of feeling the bladder fill up. Not gonna lie about that one.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs.
YouTube
number
creator
85,
something something. Alright.
Casey
Alright.
Braxton.
I don't need a warm up. I'm already hot.
Leading out for the Padres, right fielder Jeremy.
You know, when I take my swings, I got to see what my batting grid looks like. You know, my hots and colds. Bah, I need more reaction time and fielding.
Now batting. Third
Would it be
baseman,
odd
Rook
to start to
Henley.
really like max out my, maybe not my speed, but maybe my stealing ability?
Yeah.
Because sure, there will be times that I get on base, but will be times. I was batting about 600 in the regular season, Mike. That's pretty good. Over half my at-bats, I should get on base. But even then, like, yeah, because I don't think batting needs to be
Second baseman.
moved up any. I mean, maybe plate vision. So my little batting icon cursor thingy, my target.
Ball one.
So my little, whatever, the reticle, whatever you want to call it. Maybe so that has a lot better. 1 and 2, thank you.
Oh.
Aloha Joe's looks like a play. Hey, I would go there. Looks like a nice tiki joint. You pinch hit for me, you sons of... 5 RBI for Wilmeyer. That's a good day. Yeah, but you'll see that in spring training. It's like pitchers really aren't like giving it their all, but the batters are. See this monstrous, like, yeah, like, you know, 7 to 5 games, and it's like, what is going on? Whew. Dragon Quest XI-S, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition. And the tune is called Endless Battle. In case you hear that in the background. Look at that, already 1,400 points. I thought we only got like 2,000 points during spring training. We are getting extra, so... Whew. We're 5 and 8. I'm just wondering, because again, you know, I like looking at the pie chart to kind of decide, like, oh, who I think is going to be doing really good in the season. Whew, no, I haven't really kept track of that. Whew. I mean, I've documented it, sure, and all. I could go back to my Let's Plays on my YouTube channel just to go back and look at it and be like, oh, wow, I was way off. I want to say the last year. Our World Series year, I thought, I said at the beginning, like, oh, the Twins are going to be a menace. And then they just tanked. And I don't know, injuries, trades, something. Wrong pitch, I'm giving him the curveball. Nope, he wanted the curveball. I'm giving him the curveball. I don't care if it's up high.
Ball one.
Oh.
Playing 12.
There we go, that's that now where it needs to be. You're right. Little diagonal drop, but right to the Riz.
He's out.
Sure is.
The left fielder, number 23, Gene Schmidt.
Well, that's up there. You can go ahead and get that one, Riz. Take another. Woo, one pitch.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman.
You know, if I'm due up, let me take my swings too. A game is tied. I could be the hero of this thing.
No balls. One strike.
That was a bad spot there. What that playoff home run against Kershaw, was that a 2 or a 3-run shot? Ooh, right at the edge. Pinch hit for me, you bunch of goons. Diego Valdez, now he's that third baseman guy, right? But if he can play third or second, like we have, first and third is covered. Second and short with Russell and Baez is covered. I mean, I don't know, unless you have that guy play, have him play third, and have Bryant play outfield where he's somewhat okay to play. Because then you have Hayward out in right. I think we got that one guy coming up playing center. I know Schwarber plays left or catcher. So then have Bryant play center? I have no idea. Like, we seem to have good batting and positional talent. Alberto Fernandez, he used to play for us, didn't he?
For the Cubs, number 85, Casey Braxton.
Not going to the American League, and I would not want to go to the White Sox. Mainly because, you know, that new Comiskey Park, whatever you want to call it, they say that was built kind of cookie cutter. in, what was that, 1991 maybe? U.S. Cellular, whatever it's called now, I don't even know.
Second baseman, Brett Lorry.
But apparently, like, it was cookie cutter build like all the ones in the 70s, you know? And then the very next year, Oriole Park at Camden Yards comes about, and it's retro, it's throwback, and it's a ballpark. It's not this multifaceted, multifunctional kind of a thing. Yeah, Alberto Fernandez, he was our catcher.
Number 33, Alberto Fernandez.
Wasn't he a Silver Slugger with us? I mean, I was a little upset when he left.
I got the count 0-2.
About to go 0-3 right now. Give this kid a seat. Mm-hmm. Told you. Told you. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Now, that was a Sonic Team thing that they did. Like, I remember hearing about it. I don't think I've ever seen a playthrough of it. Not looking into it like that. But wasn't that another one of their kind of hopeful things? Like, this will be good and fun for the kids. Well, now, if this is going to be like a full start for me, I don't know if I want to be in on this one. Well, sorry. Me to take a quick time out. Get rid of some coffee and water, you know? That's all I mean. So Steve Clevenger is our catcher. Okay. It's like I knew the name. I don't know why I thought he was a pitcher. Bottom of the first. Well, I'm going to take that time out. Please enjoy the shenanigans that happen when you just stand still. And as we are back, starting up here with Cleveland. Now, if I know right, the Cubs head to Arizona for spring training, correct? So they would be Cactus League. Oh, that was in. I thought that just rolled foul. Oh, well.
Batting second.
Why is it the Grapefruit League? Like, I'm no like produce genius. But why would it not be the Orange League if it's down here in Florida, right? Florida oranges. I do not know Florida to have grapefruit.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I'm not saying they don't, I just don't know them to. You always hear about, you know, Florida orange juice. Oh, yeah. Chop, down, and gone.
Got him.
Woo!
Batting third.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Never played it. Never, I don't think I've even seen the game being played. But there is some good music there, and Windmill Hills is one of those tunes playing right now.
Yeah.
I think it's calm, relaxing. If you can hear that in the background. Probably mild. Oh. Ain't this on beginner difficulty? Come on, just get these guys out already. They should be swinging and missing. Boy, Frankie Linder's really trying to stay alive. So that's more regular curve drop. That horizontal break, I think, would really get up and in with the cutter. Come on, let's just quit farting around here. I'm not even going that way. Not even doing that.
Ball inside.
Excuse me. Let's put the cutter down now. Well, at least we got him to break his bat. I don't know.
Oh.
Too long. Too long.
Leading off with a drive. Right.
Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler.
Georgie. Jorge Posada. Georgie juiced one. Haha. Oh, Rod Sterling. Wait, Rod Sterling?
Hitter, Darren.
Or was that the guy from the Twilight Zone? What? John Sterling. For the Yankee. I'm sorry, yes, it's... Well, sometimes Yankee Stadium can be the Twilight Zone. It can. Especially when they're playing the Red Sox and those games go like 7 hours long. Because there's a pitching change every frickin', you know, every other batter.
Batting sixth. First baseman, Jesus Aguilar.
Woo. That reminds me of an older story that maybe I've told. God, it was daylight savings night. And we were gonna go to a costume Halloween party at my friend's place. Like, one of us was working a Yankees Red Sox game, and we just met up, you know, at the radio station. Like, yeah, you know, going to his house after this game is done. And it's daylight savings, so like, you know, fall behind. So, and that game just went on forever. And by the time we get there, like, everybody's leaving. You know, just like, I think his fiancée, wife now, but fiancée, well, what took so long? Yankees Red Sox. Sorry, you know. We would have loved to have gotten here, you know, 2 hours earlier. Because, you know, fall behind, it's like, it's not that late, it's only 1 o'clock in the morning, which, for most people, mentally, it's 2.
No balls,
so it's
2
like,
strikes.
nah, we're all gonna cash out and go home. It's like, man. I mean, that had to be, like, 2010, 2011, something like that. Someone could look that up and be like, oh yeah, this is the game. Daylight savings night. And this is when it happened. It's like, yep. I don't think it was Halloween night, but it was, it had to be late October. It had to be...
0-2 is the count.
Well, if not in the playoffs, you know, it's late in the year, which I think would be anyway. It could have been playoffs. I don't know. I don't think... On the Yankees' way to beat the Phillies that year? I don't remember. Well, it had to be, because the Phillies the year before beat...
Leading off the fourth for the Indians.
Tampa? Or Colorado?
Almonte.
I think they beat Tampa. I think they beat Joe Madden. But anyway. I don't know, maybe it was not the year the Yankees won it. I don't know. But I remember they were playing the Red Sox, sure as anything. Well... I remember it was a Yankee game. Starlin Castro.
Now batting, second baseman.
He wants the curveball. I'll give him the curveball. Wherever you call for it, buddy, I'm giving it. Because I screwed up. Still a strike. Well, imagine that you get a curveball up high, and then you get that cutter. Now, part of me, like, thinking, like, if I any different pitching repertoire
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
for, and whoever you want to call him, Metzger, Braxton, he's basically the same guy. But to have that Greg Maddux, you know, the two-seamer and the circle change,
The shortstop.
because it's the same movement, just different speed, right? Very important to have. But he had a lot of movement, man. I mean, when you watch some of those old clips of Greg Maddux and that two-seam strike, it always like, oh, that's outside. No, it comes back in. It's a back door. So he's backdoor to righties. Always comes back in. Oh, that's not going to do anything. Comes back in. But like if I do, yeah, 2-seamer circle change, then what is like pitch number 3, 4, and 5?
3.
Because I mean, like the sweeper makes sense because that has that break and then comes in. The regular curveball, it can drop, it can break in. Not so much the drop or the comeback like a screwball. Maybe that would be it. Maybe it'd be sweep, curve, and 12, right? Was that 4 innings and what? 8 strikeouts? Pretty good day. I know it's only spring training. Well, we struck out the 3rd and the 4th. Straight through. 6 in a row. Woo! Excuse me. And it is not often for a guy to do that, where, like, they strike out, like, 9 in a row. I know R.A. Dickey had done it, and I'm not even saying that's the most recent to do so.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 85, Casey Braxton.
I don't need to warm up.
Leading off for Kansas City, right fielder, Adolfo Pont.
0-1.
Oof. Oh man, go get that thing. I don't think it's got the distance.
Now batting, shortstop, Matt Schaefer.
What is going on here? Oh, I don't know. People sending gifts and things and such. I don't know. Well, you know what I need to do is I need to check back and... Well, not check back. I need to just pay more attention. Look at this guy in his fancy sleeves and laces.
I got the count. 0-2.
Yes, that's Pokemon in the background. Gold and silver, apparently.
The pitcher, number 22, Ron Casado.
0-1.
And there's rumors that coming up here, the show 21 is going to have, like, build your own stadium. That's going to be sexy. I might actually buy the game just for that and play it off camera mostly because I'm doing this, you know. I mean, I would have to get a good feel for that game, fart around with it and do all that stuff, and then maybe a year or so later, even after this career, it would be so far down the line, but make your own stadium? Yes. Why would I not want that? Whew, excuse me. Pitch command, let's enter. Give me a quick 400 points. Might get one more before everything starts up. Wait, Brian Dozier, did he retire? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Because thank you baseball on Instagram. Thank you baseball for Brian Dozier. Why? Why would they single him out? That's not to say nothing against him, but you know why not Roberto Clemente? I mean, we're still in Black History Month. Why not? Did he announce his retirement? And it stinks too. I mean, you picture a player like that, Brian Dozier. I mean, I don't know how great he was. I know Twins in this game, and I saw him plenty. In the Derek Metzger career, you know, my time with the Yankees, well, Orioles then Yankees, saw him a lot. How good, how great was he? Missed the bullseye. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Already got my 400 points, and none of this stuff even counts. Yeah, see, every 400 points, you should get 100 for your ability. Yeah, so it's 25 on the outer ring, 50 the middle ring, 100 if you hit the bullseye. So them's your multipliers. See right there, 400 points. For hitting a bullseye at this consistency. 400 points. There'd be another 100 points. Can you imagine? Another 100 points. Boy, that would just blast it up. Yeah, instead of this bronze, silver, gold, they should be like, you know what, every so many points you get 100 points. That's all it should be, because, like, you're done. Like, these pitches don't matter. I don't need to continue, because there's no way to lose points in this. Like, simulated game, yes, you can lose points. That was terrible. But still, 25 by 4, that's still 100 points. Oh, that's the multiplier. Yeah, so every 100 bullets, 400 points. No, I'm sorry, every... That is 100 points. I'd have to hit 4 outer rings. I guess. I mean, it's a multiplier, but that'd be 100, so yeah. Oh yeah, what was my point total? I totally missed it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care. Because I think I got like 5 grand last time. Like, that's insane. Good insane, but still insane. Woo! Cincinnati. Look at me, 2-0, only allowing 4 hits. Well, let me just jump the lines here.
Your attention, please.
No, I want MLB.
Now pitching for the
I don't need to
Cubs,
warm up.
Number 85, Casey Braxton.
Boy, Reds, if you had a better ballpark that was pitcher-friendly, I may consider going there. Only problem with Cincinnati, it's a suburb of Kentucky.
The catcher, number 41, J.T. Realmuto.
Easy now. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you will wait. What am I doing here? Looking for the Minnesota Twins. Former Twins second baseman Dozier retires after 9 seasons. Man, yep, it's true. It's true. Well, there you go. Had to go check the Twins page, but so there you go. Brian Dozier, right? Tip of the cap. And think of that, 9 years.
Yeah!
Now, in a lot of regards, like, that's not that long of a time frame, and jeez, and baseball is so weird. I think they need to fix the arbitration and all that stuff. 7 years of MLB service. Think about that. You can get drafted, you know, like age 18, like I was here, but like drafted at 18. Maybe go to college. You might not get called up till you're 24 years old. And let's just say you're 24, and then you finally go, and at opening day, age 24, so 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Now batting,
You're 30. You're 31 years old by the time you can enter free agency. You're almost done. 30, 31 years old, you don't have 10 years to go. You don't. Like, they need to reduce arbitration to, like, 3 or 4 years of MLB service, because, well, I'm sorry, you don't have a salary cap, so who cares? But you cannot handcuff these kids, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, for 7 years. And they'll be stuck in the minors for a while, I'm sure. You're 18, you don't get called up right away. And even if, let's just say you signed the contract on your 18th birthday, or like during spring training, right? March. So 18, all 18, 19, 20. 3 years driving on buses, minor leagues. Think of that, jeez. Whew, excuse me. 3 years driving on buses in the minor leagues. And then you get called up, and you got to do 7 more years of MLB service. That's 10 years of your life. And I know you're still making pretty good money, even if you're in the minors. I mean, you're not making the big $1 million, but you're making better than most people, you would imagine. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Your attention,
And you're playing baseball, something you love to do, something that you keep yourself in shape, going to the gym, watching film, all this stuff. 10 years. And like I said, 7 years is the arbitration service years. Wrong pitch, but oh well, let's just go with it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Guess, that could be the sweeper right there. The curveball, I think, drops faster. Salvador Perez. I had time with him.
Salvador Perez.
0-1.
Back to the Metzger career. See, that's that good horizontal break that I want that sweeper to have.
The count, 0-2.
What would I seriously have as my number 5 pitch if I went to go get one? I mean, I'm thinking a slider just because it complements the cutter. Pedro Cruz.
Now batting.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I was never a fan of the Texas Rangers. To me, they just seem like one of the most blah teams, like a who cares team in baseball. I don't know. It's like what they had A-Rod out of Seattle. I don't know. Sure, Ruben Sierra, I liked him. Nolan Ryan ended his career there. The whole Robin Ventura thing. That whole scrap up. Sure, World Series trips recently. Ron Washington was the skipper. God, who's the guy? Josh Hamilton, the home run derby, all that. Like, I get that, but, just in general, to me, the Texas Rangers are just kind of a team. Like, they're just there. I mean, there's not even Coors Field and bad pitching and the high elevation and the long home runs and all that stuff. Even them. But the Rockies have been to a World Series. Not to say the Rangers have not, but
Your attention, please.
I don't know.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
The Rockies are in the news now because they got rid of players, right? They get rid of Nolan Arenado. They pay to get rid of him or something like that. I mean, you had DJ LeMahieu. You let him go. It's like the Rockies can make news by getting rid of people. Remember, Prince Fielder went to the Rangers. Okay.
Now batting, first baseman.
But like the Houston Astros, yeah, well, okay, they cheat. They win a World Series. They're still good. They have great players. They've kept the core of it around. I think, no, somebody left. Springer left?
No balls, 2 strikes.
I think went to Toronto, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Or was it Correa? I forgot. Giants, I'm digging them unis.
The third baseman, number 9, Nick Castellanos.
Yeah!
Could you imagine, if they really went all crazy, with these player careers? No, sure, keep it simple, like the modern
I got the count.
show games were a little bit of training camp, or a little bit of in-between games you want to... And I'm doing the show 19 here off of memory. It's raise your durability, the ceiling of your durability. Something, you know what I'm saying. If you play the games, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you do your bullpen session, your batting cage session, whatever. Somebody teaches you a new pitch, whatever it is. That's cool, but what about okay, well, you have to move now. Do you want to go all to the extent of you got to find a house? Do you get married? Do you have kids? Relationships there? What's going on? You want to go that like Sims, MLB The Show Sims? Full game coming up. We got Hayward, Bryant, Rizzo, Schwarber, Haney's in center, Diego Valdez. So they move him. Russell there. No, do we need to get Baez in the mix? It's that's just wasted talent sitting there. About an hour 24, hour 25 on the set.
Leading off the afternoon for Milwaukee, left fielder, Angelo Velasno.
Well, alright. Just looking at stuff, don't mind me. What are you calling for? That one. Alright, I'll throw that one. I know I should have saved based on my own needs and wants.
106.
That's just me being greedy. Woo!
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gonna have to get a good DDP yoga workout coming up after this.
Ball 1.
That was a ball, huh? Why must you turn this ballpark into a house of lies? He's gone anyway. And all that saves is 1 point. 3 pitches for a strikeout is 21 points.
0-1.
That was with 1 ball being pitched, so a 4-pitch strikeout is 20 points.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I don't even know how that makes sense. But we're probably going to get, well, I'd say over 3,000 points for training going into the season, which is good because as we keep stockpiling the numbers, you know, I think that's very important because keep things kind of where they're at. I mean, yeah, I can always max out the accuracy. What is it called again? The precision of my new curveball.
Shane Peterson.
Well, it's good though. All the face buttons now have something going for them. That's cool.
The count 0-2.
About to be 0-3 with 3 outs. I was talking. I was running my mouth.
Ball inside.
Come now. Oh yeah. Get him out of here. Look at that though. Hey, I know a lot of rough parts in the country right now. Bad weather, but spring training. When spring training starts, that's just it, man. The warm weather, people are getting outside. You know, sunglasses on, maybe wearing the cap, the hat. Bring the kids out there. I'd like to do spring training, I suppose. I could just drive up to Jupiter. Maybe even talk to the radio crew. Talk to, you know, get a hold of Kyle and Glenn, the Hall of Famer Dave Van Horn. I don't know if Anton is the engineer anymore. I don't know. I thought I heard, or I thought he said he was kind of moving along with it, doing other things. But oh well. So long as it's on his own, you know, accord, and not like, oh, you screwed up, you're fired, because that would sting. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe see the crew, masks, you know.
Ball inside.
Oh. Yeah, that day at Marlins Park, it was 2019. I know, playing the Braves. Forgot what time of year that was. I'm sure somewhere I still got I got a picture.
Sean Stacy.
Got a couple pictures, you know, stuff on the phone and whatnot. But do I got that ticket stub anywhere? Sure, I do. I don't really throw things like that away. Like, you know, WrestleMania, when it was down here in Miami, still got WrestleMania 28, I think that was. Two outs. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'm good at hitting up. Down and away, not so much. Okay. You mean that one? Oh, too early. But that was like beauticious. Too much air. Oh, that's just a grand slam, that's all.
Leading off for the Brewers.
Just enough air.
Eugenio
Suarez. Down chop him, but you foul. I mean, I could almost change my number again because I don't think I'd throw 85 miles an hour. I really don't.
Batting 8.
Let me try to let me bury the needle.
Joaquin Rocha.
Thunk. But then he has the foul one.
Aye.
66 miles an hour. Like, that is just floating.
Aye.
Oh. George Lopez.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Jorge Lopez.
I kind of like Mind of
0-1.
Mencia. I don't know.
0-2.
Man, we're just putting the breaking ball on today. 66, 68 miles an hour. Does it drop? Does it break away? And you can't get that kind of
Leading
movement
off for the Brewers,
with more velocity. You just can't.
Angelo Velasno.
Whoa! Yeah, see, now that I put maximum speed on that thing, and spring training wasn't perfect timing, but
Third baseman,
it's
number
good. Yeah, I needed a breakaway anyway.
Fernando Chacin.
0-1.
85 miles an hour. There you go. Oh, I still hit it. Still get my number.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, because I don't try to pitch maximum. I mean, you've seen how I kind of go in the cursor there. I mean, I let it go
First baseman,
absolutely
number
weak, like
35.
boop, there it is.
Shane Peterson.
And then I'll just get it on the recoil.
0-1.
I don't know if that saves stamina. Again, I don't know if that's like if you bury it in the red. I don't know if
0-2
that's
is the count.
I don't know if that's more velocity or if that's more break on the pitch. I don't know what burying in the red meter, like, I don't know what that does, honestly. I've been playing these games for years. Is that pitch effectiveness? But what is effectiveness?
Aye.
Because I keep it extremely light, like purposely, like let off the button there.
I got the count.
Now you can do it multiple. You can do going curveball, and you can use the same button. This is the square button. There's multiple ways to pitch
3.
with your face buttons. Pitch to select that pitch, or whatever the button. Let's just say it's the X button. Pitch number 1. And yeah, you can just tap your whole way through, like, you know.
The batter.
Yeah, pitched or hit a grand slam last time. No big deal.
Braxton.
I'll hit this one. Foul, but I'll hit it. There's the noise I needed. Ah. If that thing was more on the line, I feel good about it. But we're still pitching 85 miles an hour.
Leading off from Milwaukee.
What if I brought that thing up to like
Second
90
baseman.
or something? 81.
Wong.
Yeah, but still 81 and like 66. Like, that's such a different speed. Some people be like, no, you gotta throw 93, at least. I mean, hey, my K9 is so good, it doesn't really matter.
Center fielder, number 11.
So look at the drop. There's regular curveball.
Stacy.
0-1's the count.
It's got 12-6 drop. Yeah, see, if I brought in a slider to complement the cutter, a slider is more of a speed pitch, not so much movement, which is strange. But that's way more horizontal movement, plus it'll look like a faster sweeper. If your eyes aren't looking for it,
0-1.
that thing will just, it'll disappear. It'll disappear away to right-handers. I mean, quickly.
Ball that's outside.
Keeping the eyes. Alright. Ah!
I got the count.
Like,
1
it's on
and 2.
beginner difficulty, who cares? And you still let by a solo home run, by the way, so. This game just doesn't want you to succeed in one area in life. I think that's my only earned run all frickin' spring training here. Imagine that. Yeah, but you know that, that one hit, that earned 14 strikeouts in 5 innings? Holy cow. And that puts me at 3-0. I struck out the first, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Even where the home run and that earned run happened. Wow. It's 315 points. I mean, I'll save now, I suppose. Maybe grab a sip of coffee while I'm at it. Yeah, play it. Yeah. Swig of coffee going again. I'll tell you, that Yeti mug, that thing keeps temperature so great. I mean, that was just in the fridge. That's almost ice cold still. Cheers to Yeti. Have you ever seen like their big like their beer coolers?
Your attention, please.
Those big, you know,
Now pitching
something
for the
you'd take
Chicago
tailgating.
Cubs, number 85, Casey.
But the big Yeti cooler, oh my god, and they're expensive, bro. Like $300-400. I think they got the little bottle opener on the side, which is nice. But like those things, like you could probably do like
No
perfect
balls, 2
camping
strikes.
with that thing. Like, oh, we're gonna be down here in the Everglades in the friggin' in the hot, the heat, the swamp, you know. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just, you know, put some ice in that Yeti, freeze in that cooler, and you'll be fine. Do all the camping you want to. No worry. See, what has me worried about my team right now
Now batting,
is the lack of pitching, because I feel position-wise,
Williamson.
you know what, Clevenger, if he's our catcher, I mean, I know who he is. Rizzo's at first.
The pitcher,
Russell's at second, I think. It should be Baez, I'm
0-1's
sorry.
the count.
So second base, I'm confused. Russell's at short. Bryant is third. Schwarber's left. We got the kid playing center. And Hayward's out and right. Like position-wise, we got gloves and bats, I feel, all over the place. But pitching. I don't. Well, what about Rondon? Rondon's a good closer, and you still got him for a couple of seasons. Yeah, but we need to get 2 closing positions in order for him to be effective. And I still would rather have great starting pitching around with me. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, trade Schwarber. Go get a pitcher. I wish I could have those interactions. Like, I don't think I have any interactions right now. Oh, no, interactions. All I can do is retire. That's no fun. Play next appearance. We good? Get me in there. Hour 37 on the stream. That's right, that's 1 hour and 37 minutes, not the 37th hour. Hour 37. An hour and 37. That sounds better. Kyle Seagraff struck you out 5 times in 14 at-bats. The most of anybody on that list.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the
Need to
Cubs,
warm up.
number 85.
So if Puig and Seager... No, I'm sorry, they already had a Seager. I forgot what it's... Who are the Seagers?
I got the count. 0-2.
Kyle and Ken. I honestly, I'm drawing a complete break. Kyle and Corey. That's it. So I'm thinking like, oh, they traded 2 of them away to Seattle. No. They just traded away Puig or let him go. Yeah, that's Puig. So he stays on the West Coast, but he switches National League to American League.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, yeah, I'd be a little upset if I was him. I get that.
Ball.
Woo. See, but the way that cutter went, that 12-6 dropper, I'd be a little like apprehensive. I'd be like, do I swing at this one or not?
The batter, number 15, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Well, that's up there. Not quite leaving the dirt. Russell, show some muscle. There we go. Ooh, the game Celeste. Ooh. Anybody play that out there? It has good music. So 2 strikeouts, and then that final out was 1 pitch, so pretty good. Can't fault me, I did my part. April 1st, we got opening day. Now, for us, it's going to be, so I still got, well, pretty much 1 more week to go, but whatever. DJ frickin' LeMahieu. Now, I can't look too far into our spring training record. I can't. Because, like, they don't have Trout anymore, and they're 16-8. Oh, that's amazing. 33 innings, 73 strikes. That's more
Your
than 2. Because
attention, please.
66 would
Now
be
pitching for the Cubs,
double.
number 85,
Killing it.
Casey Braxton.
LeMahieu's a good kid, and I think the
0-1.
Yankees re-upped him another, I don't know, 2-3 years or something. Problem is, or am I thinking
No balls,
Tulowitzki?
two
No, I
strikes.
think LeMahieu and Tulowitzki, both from Colorado with Arenado. But, he gets hurt too, doesn't he?
Now batting,
Socrates Brito.
center fielder,
Love it.
Socrates Brito.
Socrates, Hippocrates, Plato, Aristotle.
Out.
One pitch out, that's saving the arm.
Third
Moose
baseman,
from
number
Kansas
8,
City, from the Royals.
Mike Moustakas.
And he rolled that one. Moustakas. Playable? Look at that, look at you. Sit me down, I suppose. Well, he didn't do nothing to me. He had no RBI. How do you player the game? 4-run score, and you don't drive in a run. 5 pitches, okay. So it was 3-1-1. Like, I know it wasn't 3 pitches, 3 outs. I know that. Woo! So this, and then I think 3 spring training games remaining. Manny Machado, yeah, Oakland. I think I knew about that one. I think. Either way, that's the American League. I don't have to really worry about it. Low-key, you know what I would do? I would buy the new show game, if there is Build Your Own Stadium. Oakland. I would turn Oakland into a dynamo.
Now pitching for the
I need the
Chicago
designated
Cubs,
hitter, right?
number
Because I've told you
85,
about my like
Casey Braxton.
my fantasy team that I made up in my head. Of course, well, not Braxton. It would be Derek Metzger would be the pitcher. Fast Eddie Brooks is the speedy center fielder that
No
steals
balls, 2
bases.
strikes.
Super duper Fat Floyd Cooper, he'd be the DH. Maybe first base. I mean, he's essentially Pedro Serrano, right? Just home runs, you know, power.
First baseman, number 10, Sam
And then
Lopez.
the closer, Victor Cash, because he's money.
Out.
But yeah, rebuild
The batter, number 14,
like
second
the Oakland
baseman,
Coliseum.
Kelly Epps.
Nope. Ball
Because
one.
MVP Baseball 2005, you could build your own stadium, which was fun, but man, could that be draining financially.
Aye.
I mean, it's always fun to do those kind of build your own stadium. Like, I don't know. I mean, when the sports games started doing that,
Out.
the individual player careers and you know, build your own stadium. Football, I think Madden started it, at least for me. But I thought like that was really cool. Like, yeah, make the stadium bigger. Like, NFL stadiums are not that big. If you look like compared to like college football stadiums, college football they're doing like 70,000 is pretty good, but you got 80, 90, 100,000, like it's insane. NFL, like, I think the Pontiac Silverdome used to, okay, Jerry Dome, Jerry's World, like, yeah, that does 100,000. So there is that. But like before that, I think it was like the Pontiac Silverdome held like 80,000, and that was massive. Now it's like 70,000 is a big NFL stadium. They're all about like 50 and 60 is pretty much it. And like, if you really want, I get it. You don't need a big stadium because all the money is now TV deals and advertising and all that stuff. So you don't need to put butts in the seats to make money anymore. You don't. So you don't need a massive 100,000 seat house. You don't. Stadiums, whatever, like, well, stadiums don't make money like that. The owner of the stadium, owner of the team, whoever, you know, sure, put the name up there. Put Levi's. Put that on there. Put Target on there. You know, Scott Trade, whatever. Put your name on the sure, your name, this is the stadium. Why not? And we'll do that, you know, it's a 10-year deal to have your name on the stadium for 10 years. Give us, like, a ton, millions of dollars. Okay. They just want their name attached to it. They want brand recognition. If that team goes to the Super Bowl or whatever the case, if they host a Super Bowl, something like that, you know, hosting WrestleMania, something, big events like that, they're looking forward to it, big concerts. So now it's all advertising names. Like, you don't need to have the big 100,000 seat spot. But what if you did? You get a big joint like that, forget about it. I mean, Marlins Park is not that big. It's a beautiful facility. You know, there's some people I know like, oh, well, it's the same physical location that the old Orange Bowl was. Oh, I can't go back there. It's terrible. They should have left the Orange Bowl. The Orange Bowl was a toilet. I don't like the memories there. I get that, like, but it was metal bleacher seats like we have in high school. Okay, that's where the Dolphins were playing. That's where undefeated 72 happened. That's where the Miami Hurricanes. That's where that all took place. Okay, that's where Muhammad Ali won his first heavyweight championship. That's where Joe Namath made the guarantee. At the Orange Bowl. So I get it. There's a lot of history at that location. Picture that. If you go to Marlins Park, that's Joe Namath, you know, running down the tunnel after the win. That's where that happened. Same physical location. It's not the same building, but, like, you get it, right? Like, that's kind of cool. Marlins Park, it doesn't hold much. 35,000 people, maybe? Does not hold a lot, and I've never seen it anywhere near full. Not at all. When the team gets good, and dare I say a playoff push, that little 35,000, maybe 40,000, if they really pack them in there, standing room only. Like, that place is going to get loud. Close the roof. It's going to get loud, but imagine like an NFL stadium. Build your own. Get that 70, 80, 90, 100,000. Holy, it'd be insane. Like, you can't really do that with baseball. I understand. That's just does not make sense to have baseball that big. Because, yeah, baseball at like 50,000 is massive for baseball, I think. Because, I mean, they're generally, you know, 30, 40,000. And plus, you have to do 81 games at home for the regular season. I mean, that's just a lot of maintenance.
Leading off tonight,
that's a sharp look, Mets. I like that. That nice blue and orange with that white trim. I don't know about those shoes, though. Hour, 1 hour and 47 minutes in. Might be our last spring training spot here. I think there's 2 more games. We might get a relief spot. I don't know. But this will be our last full setting. Oh, gun him down. Why are we all wearing blue? Home whites, road colors.
Center fielder number 3, Delino DeShields.
Delino DeShields, Jr. Did I hear that right?
Batting third.
Paul Goldschmidt is now a Met. Uh-oh. He's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I say now a Met. Maybe he was there already? Because in this game, he was still Arizona. In real life, went to the Cardinals, much like Arenado, and I'm thinking, yeah, Cubs, I think your window is closed for winning a World Series. You could make the playoffs and then get hot in the postseason. You could. That's possible. Anything's possible.
Leading off for the Mets, the left fielder number 30, Michael Conforto.
0-1.
I mean, and granted, last year, COVID 2020, you know, that was all. The season was weird.
2 strikes.
You know, they started back up, what, July-ish? But,
Batting fifth.
you know, shortened season and the numbers, okay, who led the league in home runs? I don't know, he had like 12. It wasn't, you know, it's not going to look sexy. And the Dodgers, well, you finally win a World Series, but it was in the COVID year. Like, anybody can make an excuse as to why it was a bad season, bad year, whatever. But, I don't know, man, I'm looking forward to this baseball season, a full season. Man, that's, I think that's going to help me out.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Yeah, like MLB, whatever, the MLB TV app, I'm serious. On my phone, on my laptop, 2 TVs right here, you know. That's where the music's coming from. I got Jung Ho Gong, so he left the Pirates to go to the Mets. I mean, we just saw them in the playoffs, or did we? Wait.
0-1.
No, maybe it was late in the season. But I know this game with the Pirates.
0-2.
So he's with the Mets. So, dude, you got Goldschmidt, and Gong's not bad, I don't think. And he's defensively up the middle, right? Second or short. Corners, I wish there was nobody out.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Casey Braxton.
I'm going to look four-seamer. There it is. And there's the RBI. That's all I needed. Just a little down slapper.
The right fielder, number 22.
Taking my 2 steps here.
Mason
That's Goldschmidt now, isn't it? Should be a big man 44.
Ball that's outside.
I mean, if he tries to pick me off, I'll be able to see perfectly.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strike.
2 steps, kid. What are you doing?
And 2 balls, 1 strike.
We got some really good bats, good gloves.
Ball.
Need some good pitching. I think that's going to be our bugaboo. I'd rather be on a great pitching team because the hitting, hey, if I got to help, and it's happened with this great team. Like I said, these good bats, these good defensive gloves that we got, there's been games I've started where, like, I needed to help my own cause. At full count, I can run here.
Oh, that's a ball. Take the base.
That's a good jump, huh? Bryce Fox out in center.
Up
The
next
bearded
for the
Fox.
Cubs, center fielder, Bryce Fox.
Oh yeah, let's run this one home. We go. We in. Woo! That's right. Dilson Herrera. Nice little stoic batting stance, just bat on the shoulder.
Second baseman, Dilson
Does not look
Herrera.
threatening, but I mean, you look at all the old-timer batting. I mean, I'm talking like black and white film, right? Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth. There weren't these wild batting stances, the bat waving. The Gary Sheffield, no one was doing that. Just bats on the shoulder. Not even that. That's probably too eccentric of a batting stance for the 1930s. Jeez, I say the 1930s. The year is 2021, okay? Oh, and there was something I read.
Ball 1.
Where it's like after the Spanish flu, that killed a lot of Americans in the early century, early part of the
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
at the turn of the century. Right after that, the Roaring 20s. So like maybe we're set for that again. Oh no, what did I do? I was just mashing the X button. Like put this cutter
Batting ninth,
somewhere.
Stephen Max.
The sweeper. Oh yeah. Good location though. Hyrule Castle, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Love that tune. Man, and that such a game. Such a game.
Leading off for the Mets, right fielder, Tyler Watson.
That game, Link to the Past, got me to want to look into playing old school Zelda and Link's Adventure. Or the Adventure of Link. DeLiner to Shields Jr., that's what I thought. Now where did he come from?
The Shield.
He wasn't San
Ball 1's the
Diego.
count.
I'm probably thinking Fernando Tatis Jr. DeLiner to Shields,
No
where
balls,
was
2
he?
strikes.
Start of this game, I'm saying. For the 2016 season. Because I remember his dad played for Montreal.
First baseman number 40.
I'm sure I had his baseball card somewhere.
Goldschmidt.
0-1.
Pull shot foul. And I haven't even been using like the broken or the worm killer or the frozen. Like I haven't been using that stuff. It's spring training. I don't need to.
Michael.
Had I known that guy was going to get a solo home run off of me, I would have definitely got him on something.
No balls,
At least
2
worm
strikes.
killer. I don't know how many strikes there were. I remember it was a cutter. I was just flapping my damn gums, talking.
Now batting, the pitcher.
I think he's going four-seamer.
Casey Braxton.
I think. If not, sinker. Looks like a four-seamer to me. Yeah, the sinker is a fastball. It's a sinking ball, but, you know, whatever. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. I like it. Told you.
Leading off for the Mets, shortstop, Eric Perez.
Oh, good old Hyrule Castle and Link to the Past.
0-1.
Early in the game. Early in the game, like when you first go to get Zelda, you fall down the hole, your uncle's there, you know.
The batter, third baseman, Jungle.
Yeah.
Aye! 0-1's the count.
Yeah, Link to the Past really was a... It's way more user-friendly than The Legend of Zelda. Way more user-friendly than The Adventure of Link. And everybody's so concerned, or at least they were. Like, oh, what's the proper canon? Like, what's the proper timeline to the video games? Like, who cares? Like, they're just fun. Let them go. It's like, you're Link. You know, Hyrule, stop Ganon, save Zelda, you know, save all of Hyrule. Kakariko Village, you know.
I got
Just do that.
0-2.
And enjoy it, you know. Let it be its own awesomeness. I mean, the Fallout games technically kind of have a, you know, they're kind of in the same lineup. It's in the same world, but that's why it's in so many different places. Like Fallout 1, I don't remember exactly where the location was. I think they had that labeled like on the West Coast. I could be wrong. I never played it. I never really watched anybody, never watched a playthrough of it. But Fallout 2 was the West Coast because you had the NCR, the New California Republic, Arroyo, which I think is a city in Oregon. But you had, yeah, the pause menu song. Anyway. Fallout Tactics, which I didn't like. I did buy it. I played a little bit of it. Pitch command? Let's do it. Fallout Tactics was in the greater Chicago area. Fallout 3 in the DC area. Fallout New Vegas in the Vegas area, right? Southwest deserts. Fallout 4 in Boston. Fallout 76 in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains. West Virginia, I do believe, if not Virginia. Okay, Fallout 76 is still a thing, it's still happening. I'm just wondering, like, where can they go, what can they do for the next Fallout game? Like, wherever they want to. They could put it in Canada, because I think that was part of the gripe in Fallout 1, Fallout 2, maybe. I thought Canada was, like, dare I say, oh, the sworn enemy, something like that. Like, that's what started some of the problems. Like, oh, the US and Canada, and then nuclear fallout, blah, 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 that whole thing. I mean, you could easily have, I mean, sure, you did New Vegas, so you could have one down in Texas. You know, very kind of, again, go back to that cowboy western kind of vibe and feel. I mean, the Pacific Northwest, you gotta be, all the cliffs of Astoria, like from the Goonies, right? You could have places like that. They had the caves and the, you know, a lot of stuff like that going on. Put it down, here's an idea. And this was brought to my attention listening to the Retronauts podcast. Check them out on whatever, the Retronauts. They were talking about, you know, they were doing a movie review of the Goonies. And the one kid says, like, he's from the Carolinas. He's like, no, like, if they were going to do anything, you know, pirate-related here in the Carolinas, you know, Queen Anne's Revenge, Blackbeard, like, there's a lot of pirate lore in the Carolinas. I mean, the university, ECU, Eastern Carolina, the pirates. There is a lot of pirate lore along coastal Carolina. North, south, whichever, but still. You could have a Fallout game doing that. Being in the Carolinas. And, you know, somewhat pirate kind of themed almost and stuff like that. That could be really cool. Now, I'm not saying you have to have it like, you know, where it's got to be like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and you have to be like on pirate ships. It doesn't have to be anything like that, but just... So there's more of a vibe and a feel of like pirates, I suppose, whatever. It's just an idea. Like, because if Fallout New Vegas was more like kind of cowboy western-ish, you know, I mean, you definitely had the Bostonian, the Northeast accents. I can't say there was anything too Boston, you know, about Fallout 4. 76, again, it's, I don't know, it's, did really well on the setting, the scenery there. Because you head further out east, and, like, you get into that overgrown, kind of swampy marshland stuff, and it's just like, jeez. It's like, it is dark, there's trees overhead, you can't see where you're walking, it's so dark even if the sun's out, and then a Wendigo shows up and kills you, or, I don't think the Mothman's flying around that part, but you get what I'm saying. Like, where can they go for the next Fallout game? You don't want to go back to the same spots, because, sure, big thing, you know, Chicago, right?
Your attention, please.
Exactly, you go there.
Now pitching for the
What else in the
Cubs,
Great Lakes? The Twin
number
Cities, that could be
85,
interesting.
Casey
I mean, I don't know what makes it so unique from anything else. But I mean, maybe in the middle of the country, go to Kansas, Nebraska. That's all just flat cornfields.
Nope.
Probably not the greatest thing to look into.
It counts 1-1.
The Pacific Northwest they can do, I think, Texas, you know, kind of that kind of cowboys and Indians type thing, if you want to look in that direction. Down here in the South, whether you want to do, like, you know, Atlanta, right? The gem of the South, right? The kind of the Civil War Atlanta type feel. Or you want to get way down here, South Florida. There's swamp, there is big city. Like, there's lots of room to roam. Like, you could really do some exciting things in that regard. Florida, go down to the Keys. Huh.
Now batting, center fielder, Socrates Brito.
But even like, because Skyrim was its own thing, and it's just, you know, because Skyrim itself, the province, is very wintry and snowy. There's no really changing of the seasons. Whereas Grand Theft Auto 5 Online tries to do that, where, like, oh, it's winter time, so now, like, it'll be snowing as you're playing the game. And that's kind of cute, you know, if you're on, like, the main world map, the server map, if you will. Like, that's a nice touch. But, you know, Skyrim doesn't really do it. It doesn't have seasons. Fallout doesn't really have seasons. It might rain, and that's about it. But, I mean, spring training has come to an end. So, advance to the regular season. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. So, opening day... Wait a minute. So, we are going to be playing the Angels, though we're at home. They have Masahiro Tanaka, and they no longer have Mike Trout. So, 4,000 points of training. I mean, I can put my control up, and if those are all at break 80, to match it right now, 30, that's like all my points. Don't know if I want to do that. The number 4 pitch, it's not going to be called as much. I mean, it's going to be the cutter. Gets called a ton. Okay, velocity 83. I can throw faster than that, just for fun. 93 would be my maximum. Wait, so you're telling me I can maximize my velocity right now from 30 to maximum? Wow. Well, that's odd. What if where's my fielding? I can't quite blast that out. Close. I can put it to 90, from 85 to 97, plus my adjustments. So 107, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 113 right there. Reaction time. I can put that to 85. I can match it, 85 and 85. Affects your ability to quickly react to the ball, and how quickly the fly ball indicator will appear. That is better for, I'd say, outfielders, is reaction time. Of course, then this. Really. So I can do arm strength and arm accuracy, max it out with my adjustments. So 116, 115. Respectively. Woo! Boy, that just stacked up real quick. Put my stealing up to 75. I don't have great speed, though. And it's 74. Speed, I'm telling you, this piles up quickly. Like, dude, 72? I can go from 60 to 72 and I'm out of points. You know, even from there, 72, 82, 83, 45. That'd be 86 adjusted. Oh, that's tough, man. Whereas, like, stealing, I think, could be beneficial. Advise your player runs when fielding and when on the base path. Stealing affects your chances of successfully... What if you have bad speed, though? And there's no adjustment on my stealing. Boy, from 0 to max would be over 10,000 points. Woo! I don't think I'm going this way, by the way, just showing it. Base running aggressiveness when simulating. You don't even need to put a point in there. It's just pointless. But I got my curveball. Well, let me do a couple of things here. So, user settings, gameplay options, pitching, veteran. Apply those changes. And let's save. And then we'll look at our pie charts. Because, you know, players have moved. I mean, you know, wonder how good the Padres are looking now that they have Mike Trout. That's going to be interesting to look at. Not calendar. American League East. The Orioles, well, you got some power. But not good pitching, not good contact. Blue Jays, you should be doing pretty good. Really good batting, pretty good pitching. The Red Sox, boy, you should be taking it all. The Rays, nothing. The Yankees, really good pitching, but not much for batting. I mean, for me, the Red Sox should win this. The Blue Jays probably, the difference is, like, really good pitching. The Blue Jays are a more complete team. I would suspect they do better, but for me, the Red Sox should win. Based on this pie chart, the Red Sox should win the AL East. And the Central Royals, that's good pitching. Indians, better pitching with better batting. Tigers, really good batting. The pitching is not quite there. Probably more complete. The White Sox, that's a good look. Boy, the Twins, not the best batting. I'll be, oof. It should be the White Sox. I think that's the best pitching team in this division. White Sox and Indians, oh, I think the White Sox have a slight advantage, but as a complete team, the White Sox should be the better team. Twins have the best pitching in the division, but they're not as complete. I would have to give the nod to the White Sox over the Twins. In the West, Angels, well, now you have good pitching, even though you don't have Mike Trout anymore. But that still looks okay. Mariners, not so much. Athletics, no. Rangers, no. Astros, no. Wow. I mean, it's pretty much... If the Angels don't win the division, it's shame on them. I mean, everybody else, like, you're batting contact, but you need to have some semblance of pitching. You have to. 24th, 25th, 12th, 28th. Now, that's just really good contact, maybe some defense. And here, 15th and 12th. Because of pitching, I'd have to give the nod to the Angels. Just have to. The Mets, once again, really good pitching. The Marlins, but no power. Nationals, less pitching. Pittsburgh, oh, sorry, that's the Phillies, I'm sorry. Ranked 29th, and that's actually decent pitching. Everything else just stinks. Braves, really good batting. Wow, this is weird. I mean, the Marlins, they have no power, but contact and pitching, it's a decent balance. I mean, the Mets have really good pitching. The Phillies have really good pitching. And really good batting there. The Phillies could be a surprise. But I would have to say, it should be the Mets just based on the really good pitching. Wow, that's a tough one. Pirates, that looks really solid. That does. Boy, we can bat. But our pitching taking a dip like that, that's concerning. So the Reds, we're speedy and we have decent worst in baseball at 30th. 30, 27, they're 20. Pirates 11 and we are 3. Our batting is just so dominant. We need pitching. Like, if we had the Pirates pitching, I'd say, like, oh, for sure. But, well, it's going to be us in Pittsburgh again. I mean, we should still win the division just based on the batting alone. Rockies, yeah, you can bat, not so much pitching. Padres, the pitching stinks. You have Mike Trout, and you're only that good. Dodgers, excellent pitching and contact. That's how you win. The Giants, that's really good pitching. The batting can come along. See, power's a tough one, but that's really good pitching. My God. The Dodgers, the Giants, and the Diamondbacks. Boy, they ain't fooling around here. I mean, you got to know where the bread is buttered. Look, it's the Dodgers, really good contact. The Giants, it's a little less, but with more power. The Diamondbacks, less contact, way more power. 2, 22, and 10. I mean, it's still got to be the Dodgers. It's got to be. Just because they're the best. The Diamondbacks are a better pitching team. Now, they can't bat for nothing. Worst contact, but see, all power. Maybe that helps. I don't know. This is an interesting division now. I mean, ours, yeah, you'd think it's between us and the Pirates. This is not a good division, so it's kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised. The Phillies could make noise just with their pitching alone. The Braves are a good batting team. The Nationals, you could, like, sneak by and scare some people. Now, the Marlins have better batting than the Nationals, better pitching than the Nationals, but not power. Man, the National League looks weird to me. Anyway, that's how it's going to look as we go to start up the 2021 season. We are hosting the Angels in an interleague set to start the year. Oh, no. I accidentally hit triangle when I got there. Well, we know where we are. I saved. We know what we're doing. You don't believe me, do you? That's why I save like that. Saving all the time. Because I don't know what I did, and I somehow wound up there and hit triangle, which is sim through date. I don't want to do that. I wanted to sim through this date. Did anybody play a game? Yeah, people did play games. The Pirates. Looks like they beat the Cardinals. Anybody else play? Blue Jays beat the Rays 1-0. That's exciting. Blue Jays, Rays. So who the Royals lost to who? The Mets. 11. So games were played, whatever. We know where we're starting from. We're going to start from the beginning. I don't care, but no, we're here. You know what? I simulated that day to get to our spot. That's what we're doing. Quiet today, but that's all right. Swig of coffee for the gamer guys and girls out there. Oh, yes. We are about to start the 2021 season. Real life, we're getting close to spring training. Pitchers and catchers have reported. And all that being said, MJ signing out for now. Till we meet again, everybody. I don't know when or where that's exactly going to take place, and I'm not totally sure what game we'll be playing the next time you and I cross paths specifically. But all I do know is that I will indeed catch you down the road.